And there's a lot of my students that don't subscribe to the idea that there's an algorithm, but they know that the concepts I'm teaching holds weight. So they just go with that. They don't worry about wrestling with it because some of them are very analytical. They're very binary. It has to be this or that. Nothing in between. That's what you're saying yourself. You're doing the same thing here, saying I'm the type of person where I have to know. Well, then you're going to be frustrated. So just accept the fact that the concepts hold up, and don't subscribe to the idea there's an algorithm. But when people ask me, how do I know what I know and why do I have faith in what I'm doing? It's because I understand that the markets are algorithmic. And if you just take a look at the world today, like all these things that are ran, like you're on an app right now that's algorithmic. Everything that you click on, if you put a like around something, what was the context of that post? That guys or gals or companies, things are going to start popping up whether you follow them or not. Because now that they have your attention, they know how to put things in front of you. Well, that's all the market's doing. When the market starts running higher, it knows that you're going to be impulsive and you're going to be like, well, I'm a herd mentality type person. It's going up, it's going up. So if I buy it and I can get 10 handles, 20 handles, then I can make money doing that. So it will start running. And then for the people that are already existing in a trade, it'll go to where their stop loss is. You don't even need to know about computer programming to come to that logic. Just simply experiencing it in a trade. Put a trade on, put a stop on, not knowing what you're doing, what's going to happen? Your stop's out. You're going to get stopped out. You want the market to go up. You need it to go up, and it goes down. Okay, so if you do it long enough, if you stay in the game long enough, and that's the problem. Most people don't stay in this long enough to realize that it is rigged and capitalize on that notion that is, in fact, really what's going on. And why would the markets, seriously, think about this, why would the markets give the control to the people with their buying and selling pressure? Consider the treasury market. That's our life's blood. Like we every interest rates makes the market go around, makes the world go around, and they put it out there where we can speculate on it. Really? You're gonna allow the solvency in the interest rate market to the possibility of a collective that comes together and they all heavily short, if that's what really makes the markets go up and down, they could literally crush our economy and kill us just with that. You don't think China and Russia and every other nation couldn't just simply just do that if that's really what was going on? Come on, man. It defies logic to me where people say, I got to see it or I can't accept it. That just tells me that they have not spent enough time studying the effects, the cause and effect of what price runs do. Why do they stop exactly at these specific levels? Why does it show a willingness to lay the body in the upper half of a PD array that while it's bullish, the wick is permitted to go down there, but the upper part of it only gives the body, and then it supports that continued price run higher. These are repeating phenomenon. It's not found in other old archaic ways of trading, but it is how the basis of an algorithm, how it will support doing if then or else. If it does this, if it does that, if it's at this time, it refers back to a very specific price level, an open, high, low, and close. If you're looking at anything else except for open, high, low, and close, you're fucking stupid. Range bars, stupid. Tick charts, stupid. Everything is on the basis of open, high, low, and close. That's what the algorithm runs off of. I don't give a fuck about your Mickey Mouse fucking algo bars. I don't give a fuck about your fucking Renko bars. I don't give a fuck about your fucking Mickey Mouse ranges. I don't give a shit about none of that stuff. None of that shit causes the market to go up and down. Period. End of story. And anyone that spends the time looking at it and studying it, remove Michael from the equation. Remove me being right or wrong about it. Go in and say, okay, if these things are in fact algorithmic, if they're controlled, what evidence supports that idea and what arguments stand against it? And what do you have left after doing that? And if you come to the conclusion that you think it's not algorithmic, then you have a harder thing to sell than accepting the fact that everything's rigged, it's controlled. Because it needs to be controlled. Otherwise, they can't wrestle the ebb and flow of normal everyday business. Even when there's big crash down days or big blow off run ups in the day, they're all controlled. They're all measured. They're all predetermined. They're all predetermined. And when you see a market that's fast and loose, like for instance, how silver's become, silver has always been a very slow crawling market. It's been heavily suppressed. But now, because there's this fever that they got to get in, they got to get in, silver's moving at a ridiculous pace. You can blow your accounts with a micro. Think about that. Just a year ago, that would have been impossible to do that. But now, one micro contract can blow your account in a single day. Why? Because they know all the attention's on that. So now all the focus is in that market. So they turned up the dial of volatility. The algorithm's still doing what it does, but it's doing it at a pace that's faster, broader in terms of the ranges when it runs, because there's more money to take and fleece. A quiet market isn't going to look as algorithmic as a larger, faster running market because there's no desire to fleece. Nobody's playing in these tight, small markets. The ranging markets that aren't really moving around a lot, there isn't a lot of excitement around that. And that's what we're seeing right now with index futures because the metals have taken over. But the metals are about to have a wake up call when March contract expires and April contracts expire in gold. We're going to see the reality of things then. But until then, we're probably going to see this weird distortion in price action because all the focus is not in crypto, it's not in anything else but metals. And that is going to slow down. And if we go to war with Iran, energy is going to go crazy. Oil's going to go straight up. We'll see 140, 150, maybe $200 oil. And everybody will be in love with that. And gold and silver won't be the hot ticket right now. But index futures will come alive because they'll be more attractive because the volatility will be induced to that. So to answer your question short, I went around the long way around the barn to tell you there's no way anyone, and I'm at the top of that list, there's no way for us to prove a central location of an algorithm. And I don't believe it's in the United States because it's beneficial for it not to be. Let's put it that way.
Okay, but I do have a feeling like is hosted in Switzerland.
You have what? I'm sorry.
I have a feeling that the market algorithm is hosted in Switzerland.
He said hosted in Switzerland.
You would be very, very, very close. Let's say it that way.
I mean, the World Bank of Settlements, right? I have no clue, and I'm just speculating. I don't know. I don't claim to know, but I do know that there's an organization that is like the World Settlement like the largest bank that settles what's that called? It's the World Settlement Bank or something. I don't know. I would think they would have something to do with it, but that's just my thoughts. I don't know personally.
Um, let's. I'll say this, and we're going to move off this topic. Switzerland is where all the high seats are, and nobody bombs Switzerland. So you pull from that what you may.
Good point.
All right, all right, all right. But you know, actually, to be honest, like I saw ICT in my dream. Like I dreamt about ICT. You know, when I remember when he said this concept was like revealed to him from God, and I believe so. I believe so. And I also saw a revelation in my dream that the market is controlled by an algorithm. Like I do like wonder why people hate on him sometimes when he's trying to say that the market is controlled by an algorithm, whereby there's a visible evidence. You can see it right on the chart. You can see the way the market moves that is actually controlled by an algorithm. 100%. Like you just like I don't settle for surface knowledge about the market. It's just like the way people settle for surface knowledge of the market, like understanding indicators, chart patterns, all those Fibonacci, all those stuff. I don't settle for that. And the same way, people do settle for surface knowledge, like people who believe Satoshi Nakamoto is the founder of Bitcoin or the creator of Bitcoin. I don't believe that shit. I know the founder of Bitcoin can never be Satoshi Moto or Satoshi Nakamoto or what they call him. I know it's actually either the NSA or DAPA.
Okay.
I know them.
Okay, that's cool, bro. I appreciate all of this. Can we move on from your topic?
Yes, yes, I see to move on.
Well, my name's Kit, so I'll move on as well. Okay. XX Monk, buddy.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Bro, give me your thoughts and 2 cents on the ICT follow through on everything you're hearing. All right.
Yeah. Uh, so what's up? I was in a trade at 9:30. I was in a
Yeah,
long.
I
So I
posted
just
that same
closed my
long. So it
positions.
looks like, I mean, a lot of folks took that long. So I'm seeing a lot of
Uh,
folks took that long. I'm also seeing, even from the live stream yesterday to the conversations we were having, my boy Johnny nailed his bearish targets with my bullish targets. We literally nailed the low and high today before it happened, which was pretty awesome. But that's kind of like the community kind of coming together, because he saw very clearly some of these an unmitigated settlement price, and was talking about it yesterday. And lo and behold, today we hit it. And I had seen the big figure 25K, and I personally been more interested in wanting to see the 25K and 26K, but we couldn't hit it until these bearish targets hit. So we hit them today, and I would potentially be anticipating some form of pivot personally. So we'll see. Anyway, what are your thoughts and 2 cents, buddy? What
uh,
did you hear?
I was looking through the ICT 2026 follow through. I saw the mentorship on how he was pointing few things about trading the 5 second, the 15 second, and trading every hour. Uh, so trading every hour candle. So I was looking at that, and I had few questions regarding that. Am I
Yes,
audible?
sir, you are, and I think I'm sure it's going to be a great question. I love the topic, so
Yeah. I mean, the volatility is crazy. Like, I mean, you just look at the 1001 candle right now. It's like 170 handles just in a minute in Nasdaq. That's wild. I mean, the 5 second chart would be completely pants down. It's super.
okay, yeah, no, it's definitely wild. Bouncing off of what did we bounce off of? That 6 a.m. right there, right around 6 a.m. What was it? 6:16 looks like. I like that. We wicked below the weekly open. We came and took big figure. We took the low settlement. And anyway, I don't want to focus on the market XXM. I would really like to get back to the conversation. It's not hard for me to drift
Yeah.
my attention towards the chart and where I would like to see things go, which is bullish. I'm not bearish. And the bearish array for me has been taken, but today is OPEX. So you don't need to expect too much from the market. Notice the entire weekly profile. We're right back at the weekly open. So what does that mean? We are in a high time frame doji. So you are in a compression. You are in a weekly doji. Identify that by knowing where your weekly open is. Okay. Really, really, really easy thing to do in trying to garner your expectations. So coming off of a weekly open on a Friday, oh boy, on a news day, what time did, Anyway, moving forward, Cal, XX Monk.
Yeah. So
I
the
got a lot of folks here, man. I want to
I have a question. I didn't complete my convo.
no jump in
Yeah.
here, buddy. You're good, XX.
Yeah. Yeah. So the question was that uh, let's say just like you talked about looking at the weekly open and higher time frame perspective of the candles, like in the same thing in the 5 second, like ICT is all about fractal, right? 15 minute is the same thing in the 5 second, so it's a fractal
Fractal
nature of
delivery,
price.
baby.
So I mean, I believe, yeah, fractal delivery, okay, sorry.
No, no, no,
Fractal
no
delivery, so
apology.
I
I was
believe
high
that
fiving
there
because
is
we love that as traders, as a community. Fractal delivery is what we are all trading. High five, right?
high five, yeah. So the fractal delivery we talk about, I believe that there is compressed weeks, because I don't know. I'm just talking something of ICT, but I don't know if you agree or not. I believe that there is a compressed week, like in every candle, in every time frame, like in a minute one, in a 15 second, in a 30 second, and it's compressed. And every compressed week has its weekly open, and each week has its 5 days, and each day has its sessions. And when I saw that, I mean, I'm not revealing it so much here, but you 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 got what
I
I'm
know what
talking
you're talking
about.
about, and I would rather you not focus on your technical analysis, which you are discussing with me privately here, right? You don't need to go into that detail.
Okay, okay,
You could instead focus on what ICT is
okay,
talking
okay.
about, as we have talked about before, talking about your strategy, which you don't need to do here. You'd have those conversations with me
Yeah,
one-on-one.
I'm
So
getting the
don't worry
question.
about that right now, mate. We're trying to get your thoughts and 2 cents. You trying to have the same conversation with the community that you have with me privately, that's not why you're here. Okay?
Okay,
Understand
okay,
that.
okay. I get it.
Okay,
I get
thank
it. I
you,
get it.
young
I'm
man.
sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, kid.
Yeah, so the question was like, yeah, ICT.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. I was just asking kid something real quick.
Yes, sir.
First of all, good morning. How are you
I am
today?
fantastic, sir. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. How about that run in NASDAQ this morning? It was
Oh
beautiful.
my goodness. It's unbelievable. The textbook, your concepts, how they are applied. Again, the run was so perfect. You literally, I mean, anyone while we were talking took their trade, logged out, and is enjoying the rest of their day, right? Like I'm not even looking at the
Yeah.
chart right now. I'm actually grabbing a cup of coffee because I had such a stellar trade just in our conversation. I don't care what the market does for the rest of the day, really. But
Yeah, Cameron, we're sitting here. I would tell him, I said, look, you said you weren't going to trade anymore, but let's just tape read. Let's just watch it. And it went down, traded into the deeper levels of Tuesday's regular trading hours opening range gap. I said, now this is where it's going to run. And you see where the regular trading hour settlement price from yesterday was. They're going to want to run back to that. So let's just look at that. Let's study it. And it just kept blasting off higher, 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 higher. And he's like, wow, Dad, like we should have traded today. I was like, no, we should not have traded today. You said you were not going to trade today. This is a test. When you see these types of things and you've made a conscious decision not to trade, you're done for the week. Don't look at these moves and feel like you missed out. Be content with the fact that you can see it happening. You can see why it was doing it, and you would have profited. I mean, you would have made money today, right? You would $200 or so, in one micro, and he would have been in. If he wasn't taking $2,500 out, he could have done 2 trades today. So it would have been like almost $500 today, just on that one run.
that'd have been awesome.
Yeah, but you have to dial that shit back. Don't be thinking you got to be in every move. But anyway, I wanted to get your attention because I didn't think right away that you'd be signed on running the space right
Bro,
after
of
I was
course
doing
I
it.
am. And I'm going to do it again later because that's what we are and that's what it is. And it's like I'm giving you a high five just like I was giving our other homeboy because like as a community, that's what we are. We want to keep it real. And the conversation you had today with the community just resonates so deeply for me. With you being the adult in your room, I have to come in and follow up, give people the opportunity, and then also reiterate what you're saying, right? Which is like, again, like people are dependent on prop when they don't need to be. And it's a lot like I look at real life in the way that the system has put things like corporations on our critical path of making a decision within what we want to do in our life. Like, I don't need someone else to tell me what I want to do. I do what the fuck I want to do. And I think the soul of what you were saying was that for me. The spirit is really taking back your freedom and your autonomy as a trader. And by relying on these props and by really depending on their rules where they're gonna pencil fuck you. P.S. You're gonna get pencil fucked. Period.
Exactly.
And that's the other point that you made is you're signing up to get pencil fucked. So you're going to win or you're going to be an affiliate. Oh, P.S. Why is it that every single motherfucker that makes money from props is also an affiliate? Why is that? Because an affiliate is in a 1099 employee of the prop in the form of marketing and exposure. And the futures prop industry, I know this very intimately, right? I'm very intimately finger on the pulse, just like you, Michael, on what's going on. And that is a lot. I mean, why is it like a company's been around for 3 months, 3 fucking months, and they're the best single greatest thing since sliced fucking bread? No, they are giving you the opportunity to get pencil fucked. They're just going to keep tightening the noose, changing the rules, coming in after the fact. You're going to get the email and everything you thought you did to be winning. You ain't going to get shit.
Right.
Today's conversation was a really good reminder. And I love that you have Cameron in the room with you, Michael, because when you said over the last decade that you've been doing this as a legacy for your children and that you're really talking to your children, seeing you as a father, again, you're witnessing things through Cameron's eyes, through his experience. That is a very unique perspective for the listener. That's a very unique perspective for any young man or woman who, you know, is somewhere between Cameron's age and your age that's going to be on this journey. And they're going to be able to resonate and identify with Cameron and Cameron's story specifically. And then your ability to translate what you're able to experience through his eyes. And it's such a wonderfully deep, insightful conversation. And that's what makes these spaces so wonderful. So, Cameron on the other side, you're the boy, my man. I love seeing you do what you do. And Michael, again, we're here high fiving, bro. This is a living room. Like the more we can just make this regular people and not what it's always been and what you've not liked it to be, where you get put on this pedestal and everyone's has this like idolatry towards you. And you're like, bro, calm the fuck down. My shit works, but it ain't that, right? It ain't that.
Yeah, I put my pants on the same way all you guys do.
And I love that. Again, that's being a father, having your son in the room and us all coming together. Again, to me, that's just like, yo, this is real. And the other part, and getting back to the topic, right? Because the vibe's here. We're good. This is what we do. This is what we're going to do. This is a mentorship. This is how we've collectively partnered in really trying to incorporate the listener, the trader, the person who is on their journey. Where and how can we help? Because you have a mentor very clearly in Michael, and you have a community in us as your mastermind. So you have a mentor and a mastermind in you, the listener, in you, the community coming together. And there's this vortex of us finding success. And today's a perfect example. I did not see the unmitigated settlement that Johnny pointed out. He pointed it out on Front Street in front of all the folks on my live stream. And it was not something I was looking at. But because my network, my boy, is able to see something in the market that I don't, then we can come together in a simple conversation, just like we are right now. Have a high five. Be like, what's up, dude? Yeah, that's my shit. And then you watch it hit his target and then go straight to my target. What did we just do? Nothing. Except really collaborate in a mastermind to see what we want to see. And that's us winning against the market. That's us winning, which is, again, your philosophy, Michael. So that's my TED Talk.
Before I got on, was there anyone that had any kind of feedback, whether good, positive, against what I was saying? I wanted to be unfiltered as possible, and I wanted to be very candid about my opinion about what they are, what they can provide, but as a sole source of income, I don't think it's appropriate for anyone to just marry the idea that this is it and there's no other way around it. I hoped that I would have communicated not just simply don't look there, don't tread on that grass, but to inspire people to think about what they're doing, because the reckless abandonment with individuals that just keep paying with their credit cards over time, look at how much money they spent. And if you've done that, if you're listening right now, how much have you really paid into it? And how much have you got out of it? How much of it has affected you adversely because you now have scared money? You have scar tissue that you brought on yourself, and you chased something that was wrapped up in an illusion that was an impossibility made to seem like an opportunity. And that's many times what this industry presents it as. And it's not just simply prop firms, it's gurus, it's teachers, it's mentors, it's courses, books, whatever it is. It can be wrapped up in a very shiny presentation. It looks like I can't live without that. And I'm trying to remind you with the 21-year-old that just turned that next to me here, like he's seeing the benefits of it. Because when you're me and they grow up watching this and they see it, and they read all the bad stuff about me, and they're like, Dad, how can you, why don't you just go out there and just shut up? If I do that, I have made them significant. That's what they want. I was the guy that made him. That's what everybody wants. I was the guy that did this first. I did this, I did that. Meanwhile, they're fucking unprofitable, they're broken, they're pieces of shit. But the bottom line is this: he is able to see both sides of this. Okay. And when he gets better at this, he may be the guy that you're looking for, that's going to go out there and do everything that anybody ever asks for, simply because he wants to. He's a gamer. Like he's the one out of my kids that will literally come out here and shit on all of you and enjoy doing it. Like he will do that because that's his makeup. He's very, very competitive. He's always been competitive. He's competitive of his brothers. Any chance that he wants to square, like he's huge as shit. He's like a fucking linebacker. I don't know where. I gotta get a DNA test on his son of a bitch because he's huge next to me. He's big. I don't know where he came from, but he's got that. Like you hear him talk when he goes to his job. They all say, "Wow, he's very respectful. He's very polite." But that's just the face. That's the face. Okay, there's a beast in this motherfucker that if it gets turned on, this is the guy that's going to do all the stuff that you want to see me do. I just know I don't need to do it. He watches me do it. Like what were you saying this morning when price was hitting every fucking level? Like what was like it's crazy, right?
You were calling it before it even happened.
Yeah.
It was right after you said it, it bam, started moving that way.
And it's like that. How many years have you seen me doing this? Like these people don't know this stuff. Like they think it's one trick fucking pony. How many laptops are in front of us today? How many it's just fucking one. And these assholes out here, they say that I got 12 of them out there and I'm cherry picking. Like you, your brothers, your fucking mothers thinks it's a video game, but how many times every single day do you see me sit there? Well, it's going to go here next, and then boom, I'm peacocking around the house. It's moved this $30,000 here, $50,000 here, and you're all making a big deal about making $200 in your fucking 20 accounts, $300, and I could be out here being the biggest dick, the biggest pompous prick motherfucker there is, and I don't need to do that because I know that that's not going to make you money. It's not going to make you money. The only thing it's going to do is put something in your head to make you think you got to live up to that expectation because it ain't success otherwise. And it's bullshit. That's bullshit. If you don't have the ability to make money right now and you use the time that is available to you and you invest in yourself, you're not putting money in my pocket. You're not putting money into prop firms. You're not buying courses. You're not buying signals. You're simply saying, you know what? I believe in myself. I believe it. I don't give a fuck if my spouse, my children, my best friend, my coworkers, if they don't believe it. I don't give a fuck if these people think that I'm a fraud on the internet and I'm learning from a guy that's never done this, never done that. Look at what the people have been doing with the information that's available to you for free. That's all you have to do. Are they communicating that they see something that you don't see yet? Then that's worth an investigation. Then go in and test it yourself. And then if you see a positive response, in your case studies of going through each one, say, okay, does the market create a high or low at this time of the day? Start there, something simple. Do something very simple like that. Where does the high and lows form time-wise over the course of a month? Go back and back test that. Then that'll tell you there's a specific element in price action that's occurring at that time of day. That's what I started doing. When it said, look here, what is that supposed to mean? What am I supposed to find? Dig into it, and you'll see something keeps happening right here. And if you look for it, you're going to find it. But nobody's looking for an algorithm. They're all looking for a gimmick, an indicator, something that's going to tell them to buy or sell so they can be right about the marketplace. My PD arrays in the hands of someone that's not initiated, they're going to fail. That's why people say, look at this fair value gap perform, because you're an asshole and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. But why is it I can go out there and say, this is the fair value gap it's going to use. Boom. It's going to use the upper half of that, and that's all it's going to do. Boom. It will not go to this fucking level, and it's going to go here as a result. Boom. Over and over and over again, because I'm holding logic that you will find if you dig into the charts. You will see it. It can't hide from you. Right now it's hidden because you're not looking for it, because you're doubting whether there's an algorithm. ICT, you never won the Robbins Cup, so therefore, fuck you and your bullshit doesn't work. Okay, good. I want you to walk away. Get the fuck away from me because you are already lazy. Anybody that wants to prove me a fraud can easily do it by simply going in there and seeing if the shit I said works or doesn't work. And when they do, they fucking converted. Some of my best students were trolls. They were people that said, I don't believe that bullshit. And then they went in there like, man, this is unbelievable. Like when I put down my preconceived notions, because I adopted an opinion, I adopted this opinion from other people because I didn't know any better. And I didn't know enough to be part of the conversation. So I placed myself in the conversation by subscribing to the opinion. And I didn't want to look like a fool investing my time and energy and repping this guy and then look like an asshole because you got too thin a skin. You're weak. So take the social media out of it. Don't be plugged in to drama bullshit. Be a part of a community. Like what you've built here, Kit. I didn't build this, bro. You did this. I've always been impressed with this because it's provided a stage for individuals to step up and voice their concerns, voice their opinions, their encouragement, and also like Fight Club. You come here, you say, this is what I'm struggling with. And you realize that everybody else has either gone through that or they're going through it right now. And the people that have been doing it long enough have found ways to get through it and how they coped to get to the other side of what they're aiming for, which is profitability and consistency. And seeing that through the
X has this way of telling you it's going to rug pull, and it disconnects the host. And it's doing it to me again. If you want to know the truth, this is not good. X is rugging today. X is rugging. All I can tell you is I love everything about this, and X is rugging. It's rugging means it looks like the connection was lost, reconnecting. It's going to do it to me again. That's a bummer. It was really, really good. It's really, really good. And it was like Michael was actually, I was actually getting some flowers from Michael. This is, which is nice. But no, not today. I tried to give us some speaker tags out to try and salvage it. I'm scared it's going to happen again. When the connection shows X, just it's something X does, right? It has to do with the network, has to do with Wi-Fi, and it's lightweight annoying. I don't know what to tell you. It was really nice. I mean, really nice for half a second. I mean, it was nice listening to ICT. And I mean, he was really kind of talking about the community a little bit. I was totally vibing with everything he was saying, really. And unfortunately, like I could see it. I almost like I didn't try to interrupt. I tried to like I was sending some co-host things. It's weird when you're a host and you could tell that X is gonna rug. Anyway, gonna keep it going. See what we can do. Just slipping right back into it. I mean, Michael's probably still talking. Didn't realize that the conversation, fell out. But it happens, and maybe he'll come back and whatever. The vibe is there, fleeting. It's gone. It's lost. But they were positive things being said about us and our community. So high five to everybody. And Pippi Banks, you there, G? Maybe. Oh, it's so tough, brutal. Literally feels like I got kicked in the dick. It's like sucks, really does. Um, going. That was before X and the rug pull. So I apologize, folks. Don't mean to reiterate or trip up on that. It just is what it is, unfortunately. But we got a speaker stable full of speakers. So I will be quiet and I would love to hear from you. Starting with just on my screen, I mean, Pippy B, feel free, jump in whenever you would like. The Silver Surfer, the metal trader of metal traders. D Marcus, feel free to come up.
Yo, what's up, kid? You can hear me?
Yes, sir, I can. Welcome to the rug pool. How you doing?
Feeling good, bro. Feeling good. I appreciate you for bringing me on. It's crazy that we had this topic today when just like a week ago, I don't know if you've seen, but I tagged you. ICT posted and he was talking about making a run on props. And I commented and I was like, I don't think you should waste your time because half of these props are only paying people that's promoting them. You know what I'm saying? And I had honestly personally just discovered how we could trade options using his concepts. And so that opened up like a whole world for me. Like the last time I got on here, I said how I was paper trading and had just got confident enough to get back in a funded account. And then it's crazy because like I just paid for this account. And like for people listening, if y'all didn't hear the space where ICT just did and he went on about prop firms, bro, prop firms are bullshit. I just went through, my probation period that I put myself on the paper trade until I felt confident enough to get another one. I get the account, and I asked the chat if I pay for this account, will I be charged again because it was a reset? They said no. Pay for the account. 2 days later, I can't
You
trade
there, bro?
anymore.
Did I lose you? Am
I'm
I
here.
lost?
Can you hear me?
Grr.
Uh, to make a long story short, bro, I just got this account. I'm like halfway through passing it, and they just froze it. And it's just bullshit. I've been going back and forth with support, and it's just bullshit. And it just to make it full circle. I mean, what ICT was saying today, it it makes too much sense. On you see the people that's only getting paid from these prop firms all have affiliate links, right? And like I was saying, bro, I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I think if trading options, like if people got less money, starting one contract on options is way freaking better than going for these prop firms. If you just look at all the money you spend on props, blowing them it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous, and I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but that's a topic I think should be brought up. Kid, let me ask you: do you have any experience with options and using these concepts? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm not sure if Kit can hear you though.
Um,
Yo, Kit, can you hear us?
I think it's going to be Rug Pull Part 3.
yeah, dang. But yeah, for anybody listening, bro, I'll just say like I wholeheartedly came to the conclusion prop firms are bullshit. This last one I just paid for, once I can be able to trade back in it again, I'll get through it, get whatever money I can get out with it, and then I'm done. I think trading options, when you have little capital, trading options is a way better um, risk to reward. If you just swing one contract throughout the week, you can double your money, triple your money, whatever. I think that'll be a good topic to talk about. But also, I mean, even just doing one contract on futures, you're not gonna blow up. But yeah, I
I
think the
mean,
prop firms
options.
are.
Options are. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, good. I'm back. I had to just fucking. Anyway, options are a really fascinating asset. I've done a lot with options. You can do a lot with options with ICT and ICT concepts. But options are a slippery slope, and when you're looking at learning, you got to be mindful. There's always a learning curve to everything you do, right?
Right,
So I wouldn't suggest anyone get involved in options if they haven't really studied it and
right,
really back
right,
tested it
right.
a lot. But
Yeah,
you're making very good points, my friend.
yeah. I think it's crazy because over the past 2 weeks, I started getting this feeling like, man. I think I'm gonna be that dude going against props and pushing options over props just to get like an
Can
intro into
you guys
futures.
hear him?
Dang, it's rugging that bad.
Yes, we
I
can.
can hear
Yeah,
him.
I
Yeah.
could hear him.
Hey, well, I'll just wrap up what I gotta say. Prop firms are dead. I wish ICT could come back on, but I think
I don't
props are.
mean to interrupt. I apologize. My space is going bananas. I can't hear
Yeah.
anything.
All
So
right,
I'm
I'll
sorry.
close up.
I'm going to try again. So anyway, hold it down. Where'd Pippi go? See, I can't. You guys can I get a thumbs up if you can hear me?
We can hear you loud
Okay.
and clear.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool. I want to come back to the speakers. Speakers, one at a time. Unmute yourself. Let me hear you. Jim Brown.
Hey, what's up, kid?
Fuck, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Hey, guys, I'm sorry. Hey, Johnny, will you Pippi, somebody, I need a co-host here so I can drop off and come back on because it's just what it is.
You can add me
Can
if
you
you
guys
want.
hear me?
I can hear you. I don't think Kit can.
Sending this out.
I can hear you, Val, but yeah, I don't think Kid can either.
Just shoot yourself. What? This. I apologize, guys. Admin work here. I can't hear anything.
Oh man.
Kid, if you want to bring me up, then he can't hear you. I'll message.
So I can't hear Jim Brown. Joe Trades. Can I hear you? I'm sorry.
Hey, Kat. We hear you, bro.
The answer's no. I'm going to tell you guys, due to tech difficulties, we will be back at 3 p.m. with another trader roundup. I will ensure that my connection is the best it can be. Gracefully, we will bow out 10:39. I like the time. Have a great rest of your market, everybody, and see you all at 3.
Take care,
Cheers.
guys.
Take care, bro.